Well, once again, you're going to need that jacket this morning. It is 47 degrees for now, but we are looking forward to a nice day.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you at 6 a.m. on your Thursday, March 28th.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a good day yesterday, and for some of you, we hope you enjoyed that rain.
That's right. This morning it is chilly, but it's also, Mike Ostrich, how would you describe it? I know it's humid. Is it kind of cold and clammy out there right now?
Well, with the relatively high humidity, yes, it would be sort of that dampish cool because, you know, even though we always talk about dew point numbers are low, but when that's close to the air temperature, then you get relatively high humidity. And with the clear skies we have in a lot of places and light wind, you also start to see a little bit of fog. So we've got just a couple of patches. Nothing is showing up here in town, and beautiful view of the skyline right now. Castroville, notice how it's dropped from about 7 miles down to 5 miles visibility. Nothing too thick, but just a hint of it there. And then Gonzales is still at 2 miles visibility. So it's not like it's going to be widespread, but just those little patches here and there. And again, we've got these temperatures. I mean, it's a pair of 39s up there. Kerrville, Comfort, 40 at Bulverde, 46 out there at the airport. Then you look at the dew point temperatures, and those are running neck and neck with those numbers. And so that's why we have relatively high humidity out there. Speaking of high, Oak is still on the high side at 1860, although it did come down from the previous couple of days when it was up there around 6,000 plus. Throughout the rest of today, we're going to have a lot of sunshine out there, and it's going to warm up very quickly. We're already making up to 68 degrees today at noon, and then top off at 78. So good indication, again, that we've got some really dry air in place. Just a fantastic day today. Tomorrow, pretty nice as well. The humidity's going to begin to creep back into the picture, and so we will have just a little bit more in the way of some fog tomorrow morning. Still a good looking day, then more humid coming in here for the weekend. But another front down the road. Details on that in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ, what's cooking?
All right, Mike, yeah, things looking pretty good if you're about to step out right now. And again, we have cleared out that one crash that we saw during our 5 o'clock hour on 90 westbound at 1604. As we take a look here, another part of 90 at Couples Road, seeing more people out on the roads, expecting that during our 6 o'clock hour, but for the most part, everything's looking pretty good out there. As we take a quick look at our maps, and we're going to focus again on this construction going on the northeast side, because you know, we've been talking a lot about Topper Wine to Judson Road, that bridge work that's being done there. But if you go all the way up past the Forum Parkway, basically all of 35 South, there are multiple lane closures here from the Forum area down to Judson Road. We're looking at about 9 miles per hour is what we're getting through here in terms of the traffic in that area. So keep that one in mind. Hopefully they will start to clear things out for this morning there in the northeast side and the Live Oak area. Still have this stalled vehicle I-10 eastbound at Santa Clara Road that's causing some delays out there for our drivers headed out to Seguin. But one more quick look, downtown area, 35 Alamo, traffic moving pretty smooth in that area. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. This morning, San Antonio fire crews are working to figure out what caused a fire on the city's south side last night. Smoke was spotted just before 11 p.m. on South Hackberry Street near I-10, and crews at the scene say the two-story building was empty and had previous damage to the walls and floors. No injuries were reported, and the building is expected to be demolished soon.
Right now on KSAT.com, 3 former employees of San Antonio's Boeing Global Services plant at Port San Antonio say they were fired for raising safety concerns. Complaints filed with the National Labor Relations Board in early March say the 3 workers were let go after a group of workers presented their opinions to management. A source close to the case told the San Antonio Business Journal the complaints were related to the plant's handling of military aircraft.
Nearly 4 years after a pregnant woman and her boyfriend died in a botched drug deal, San Antonio police have not found their killers. So Crime Stoppers is offering a cash reward in hopes of getting a break in that case. 19-year-old Vianeth Ramos and 17-year-old Xavier Esquivel were killed just before 9:30 p.m. on August 30th. That was in 2020. Now police tell us that Ramos, Esquivel, and 2 others were riding in a vehicle that was being chased by a gray SUV. The SUV caught up to the victims on the east side, and people inside there shot at them. Ramos and Esquivel died from their injuries, and Ramos was 4 months pregnant. Crime Stoppers is willing to pay up to $5,000 for information leading up to that arrest. The number to call is 210-224-STOP.
We're getting a look at the SAPD body cam video that shows officers did not properly search a teen who brought a gun into the Bexar County Jail earlier this month. Just minutes later, the teen used that gun to take his own life. Our KSAT Investigates team obtained videos through an open records request. They show several different angles of the March 3rd arrest of Jesus Gonzalez. The 19-year-old, arrested on a felony domestic violence warrant, was placed in cuffs. The officer searched his pockets. At the same time, 2 other officers held each of his arms. A supervisor then shows up to the scene and observes as Gonzalez's pockets are turned inside out. Now, at no point before or while he's in an SAPB patrol car do any of the 4 officers pat Gonzalez down before he's taken to jail. Less than an hour later, the Bexar County Sheriff says a deputy patted down Gonzalez while he was being booked into the jail and taken for a strip search. It was at that point Gonzalez took out the gun from another layer of clothing and took his own life. Now, we asked SAPD if we could talk to Police Chief William McManus about all this. We're told he wasn't available since the Internal Affairs is investigating the case, but SAPD did tell us all 4 officers involved in Gonzalez's arrest are still on active duty.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says criminals are targeting neighborhoods in West Bexar County. An attempted car break-in caught on camera was only the beginning of the trouble early yesterday morning. Now, deputies say the armed suspect later pointed a gun at them, then led them on a chase that ended with a fiery crash on Highway 90. Deputies arrested 5 people. While hiding his face, the car owner told us that he was glad he didn't confront the suspects outside his home.
It's pretty scary, because you never know what their intentions are or why they're doing what they're doing.
Yesterday's attempted car burglary was in the same West Bexar County neighborhood where another car owner was shot last month. That also was caught on camera. Then Tuesday morning, another chase ended with a crash nearby at Loop 1604 and Shanefield Road. 3 people in that car are accused of stealing mail.
6:07 right now. Continuing our coverage of the Baltimore bridge collapse. So you're looking live this morning where it's just past 7 a.m. and there you see that container ship and the wreckage of what was once the Key Bridge.
And today the NTSB will be interviewing the 2 pilots of the cargo ship that crashed into the Key Bridge.
Now, last night, investigators called off recovery efforts to find the missing construction workers presumed dead. Yesterday, divers recovered the bodies of 2 workers, and as ABC's Perry Russin reports, 4 people are still listed as missing.
We're now moving from a recovery mode to a salvage operation.
Maryland State Police say the divers have to wait for the rubble to be cleared before they can find the missing. The area they're trying to get to is fully enclosed by concrete and metal. Yesterday, divers recovering the bodies of Alejandro Hernandez Fuentes and Dorleon Cabrera.
Divers located a red pickup truck submerged in approximately 25 feet of water. Divers recovered 2 victims of this tragedy trapped within the vehicle.
Among the 4 still missing and presumed dead are Miguel Luna from El Salvador, a father of 3, and Minor Suazo Sandoval from Honduras, a father of 2.
Minor and Miguel are just 2 stories, 2 specific examples of thousands of Baltimoreans that are making a contribution to this beautiful country.
The NTSB says new information from a data recorder on Dolly shows at 1:26 in the morning, the pilot calls for tugboats. At 1:27, the pilot reports they lost all power and are getting close to the bridge. 1:29, sounds can be heard consistent with the collision. New video shows how crucial that communication was. Traffic cleared from the bridge just moments before Dolly comes into view.
Is it clear what's in the cargo on that ship?
We do have the manifest of the ship. I have not reviewed it, but we do have the manifest, and we know that DOT's hazmat team is also on scene.
The Coast Guard says 56 cargo containers on board have hazardous materials.
Even though they're hazardous, we've determined that there really isn't any kind of threat to the public.
The Port of Baltimore is still closed, cutting off a major shipping hub.
How fast do you want to see this port reopened?
I want it open now. We're going to put every effort to make sure that this gets done. But the thing that I know is this, it's a complicated mission.
This bridge was built in the 70s. The NTSB says the design is what they call fracture critical. So when one part of the bridge goes out, the rest of the bridge goes out. There are no redundancies. There are more than 17,000 bridges just like that in the U.S. Perry Russin, ABC News, Baltimore.
6:09 on your Thursday morning, 46 degrees.
After the break, we are looking into why Easter is happening so early this year, plus some exciting news involving one of college basketball's biggest stars.
And outside with live cam this morning, kind of chilly this morning, but damp. The roads are not wet, but the rain is all moved out now. But again, very cool spring weather here in South Central Texas. You're watching KSAT's GMSA. .613 trending now on KSAT.com. Easter is this Sunday, and if you feel like it's early this year, you can blame the moon. Unlike Christmas, which is always on December 25th. It is? Easter's date is actually determined by the moon's phases. So the holiday is always the first Sunday after the full moon on or after the spring equinox. This year, the first full moon was this past Monday, the 25th. So that means Easter falls on the following Sunday, which is March 31st. Got it?
Well, there you go.
Okay.
And vinyl records outsold CDs last year for the second year in a row, and they widened the gap by selling about 43 million units, or about 6 million more than CDs. Records are bigger than CDs, more expensive, not portable, and the sound degrades every time you play one. However, many enthusiasts love the feel of handling vinyl, looking at the album artwork, and putting the needle in the groove.
Well, a lot of people also like the imperfect sound of a record playing. All right, there she is. College basketball star Caitlin Clark has 5 million reasons to consider playing ball with Ice Cube. The rapper-actor is the CEO of Big 3, a 12-team professional league for 3-on-3 basketball. Some former NBA players are part of the league. In a social media post, Ice Cube confirmed he's offering Clark $5 million to come on board, calling her, quote, a generational athlete, end quote. Clark and her Iowa Hawkeyes are still in the NCAA tournament. On Saturday, they face off against Colorado for a chance to make the Elite Eight. She's widely expected to be the top draft pick going into the next WNBA draft.
Very exciting times for her.
It is.
Yeah. Time now, 6:15, and big problems there at I-35 in Olympia.
Yeah, guys, and Mark, we were talking in the break about Caitlin Clark and the Big 3. The Big 3 actually first time since its inception that they're going to be in San Antonio. They're going to be here in September, so that'll be interesting to see out the Frostbank Center. I want to mention that here real quick. All right, guys. Construction, the big issue here, 35 southbound at Olympia. So again, we always kind of get a look here at 35 at Topperwine Judson, but you do see the amount of traffic that's in this area right now as they do a bunch of column work here as part of the NEX expansion. And if we go to the Topperwine area, you do see that we still have crews out there. They were expected to wrap things up by 6 a.m., but again, it goes pretty much until they get their daily work done. So we are still seeing multiple main lanes out there on 35 that are closed for the moment. And just want to show you real quick on our maps, you see the backup here all the way up to the Selma area. If you're going through the Forum anytime soon, we're looking at 4 miles per hour to get you through there. And we just saw that camera that things are at a crawl there. Now, if you get a little bit further south, it is 16 miles per hour, not much of a difference there. But again, a lot of construction work taking place here from basically Forum Parkway all the way to Topperwine and Judson Road. Do want to update you on a couple of things. We have a stalled vehicle and I-35 in the Alamo area, so that's going to be the downtown area. We'll continue to monitor that, but also want to give you a quick preview here of the Passion Play. Of course, that's going to be taking place tomorrow, therefore Good Friday. A lot of people here in the San Antonio area and South Central Texas are obviously in the midst of Holy Week right now. So we have a new route for the Passion Play this year. It's going to go from Travis Park to San Fernando Cathedral. So basically we're going to start at Travis Park, go south on Jefferson, and then we're going to go towards East Houston and then go down on Main Avenue towards East Commerce right there at San Fernando Cathedral. So that's going to take place there at 9:30 in the morning is when we're going to start the Passion Play. And then of course they have the service there at San Fernando with the Archbishop at 1 p.m. So expect closures in this area basically from about 8 a.m. to about 2 o'clock. There are more than 20,000 people that usually make it out there for the annual Passion Play for Good Friday.
It's a big deal.
Yes, it definitely is.
Thank you, RJ.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
hopefully some offices will be closed down on Friday to, make room for all the people coming in.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice for it, too. I mean, it's going to be some fog around tomorrow morning, but as it progresses on, it's going to be just really, really pleasant weather. It's going to be coolish tomorrow morning. It's cool out there right now. It's downright cold out there right now in some areas, down in the upper 30s in parts of the hill country right now. And we've got 48 degrees in the next hour or so with plenty of sunshine out there. Couple of patches of fog. The only thing we've seen is heading out 10 east of town in toward Gonzales, even a hint of it around Castroville. And then later on today, huge warm up, 78 degrees, normal high temperature, low humidity, really, really comfortable out there. So today is pretty much going to be the Overall, prettiest, best day of the next 7 days. Now, as far as the eclipse, closer and closer, a week from Monday, 11 days, and something just as it's getting toward the total eclipse, you see what's been called a diamond ring. I like how you're flashing your diamond ring stuff. Yeah, so that last little bit of light right there is going to make it look like a diamond ring with the corona right there on the back side of it. So it's going to be very pretty. And don't forget, up until it hits totality, you need to have glasses on, and then right after that. So, and if it's not in totality where you are, you gotta wear glasses to look at it. All right, here's what it looks like last night with that rainbow. It was absolutely gorgeous with some of those showers, and they cleared out there very quickly. And boy, that's awfully pretty right there. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. A lot of clear skies. You can see great flying weather as well. It's going to be a beautiful sunrise this morning. Jumping ahead to the first week of April, next week, going into the first weekend of April, nothing jumping off the, either dry or wet around here throughout that period, the 6 to 10 day outlook. Temperatures, though, maybe leaning toward, or want to lean toward a little bit below normal. Normal right now is 77 degrees, and as we get into the first couple of days of April, it is 78, 79 degrees, approaching 80, so maybe a little bit on the lower side of that. And then even jumping further ahead into the second week of April, perhaps leaning toward seeing a little bit in the way of some precipitation around here, and temperatures at or maybe leaning slightly toward normal, but nothing really extreme, it doesn't look like, as we head on into the first couple of weeks of April. Satellite picture right now, yeah, lots of clear skies. We had those showers last night, leftover moisture, that's why some of that fog out there, and boy, nothing really going on upstream from us. Bookends, a lot of rain on the coast, and then that big storm out there just off in the Gulf of Alaska, just off the Pacific Northwest. That's going to be the next influencer, if you will, on our forecast, but it's going to take it's not a direct impact as of yet. What's going to be happening is we have great weather today, tomorrow, but then as that kind of gets us into more of a southwesterly flow, that's going to throw some more moisture aloft in the atmosphere. So we'll have increasing clouds throughout the weekend. Of course, the humidity comes back in here as we go into tomorrow afternoon, especially Saturday and especially on Easter Sunday. And then that's going to throw some disturbances in here, and it's going to give us a chance for some rain then by Monday. So today, 78. Tomorrow, 58. So not as cool in the morning, but jacket early on in the morning, up to 80 in the afternoon. A bit more humidity later on, and better chance for fog in the morning, by the way, tomorrow. Then we go into the weekend, 82 on Saturday, 83 on Easter Sunday. A lot more humidity around here, and especially on Monday as well. Chance for some rain as that front moves through, and yeah, that front's going to clear things out, get rid of the humidity Tuesday, and bring in some cooler air by the middle of next week.
We'll be ready for that change by the middle of next week.
But yeah, it will be, it's going to be on the humid side for Easter.
We'll be prepared. Thank you, Mike.
621, 47 degrees.
And just ahead, medical experts are urging women to stop taking weight loss drugs if they're planning to become pregnant. We're going to look at why in your GMA First Look.
Choosing a treatment for your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can be overwhelming. So ask your doctor about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine treatment. So far, more than 5 million Botox treatments have been given to over 850,000 chronic migraine patients.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
In this morning's GMA First Look, weight loss drugs and pregnancy.
I had no idea whatsoever that this was going to affect my fertility.
Marcela Romero from Fort Myers, Florida, struggled with fertility for years. She started taking Mounjaro to help regulate her blood sugar levels.
We actually got pregnant after starting Mounjaro kind of like 2 weeks after starting it.
Romero discontinued the medication, worried about any possible side effects. Experts emphasizing caution.
We do not know exactly what the effect is going to be on the fetus. And so for that reason, there is a general recommendation that women stop taking the medications for at least 2 to 3 months prior to the time that they conceive.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll hear from real women and how weight loss medication is playing a part in their fertility journey. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
In your consumer headlines, LinkedIn has confirmed testing of a short-form video feed. So it lives in the app's navigation bar and in a new video tab and offers a feed of short videos to swipe through. LinkedIn joins other apps, including Instagram and YouTube, to offer video feeds following in TikTok's footsteps.
And Google is rolling out new updates for your summer vacation plans using AI. Listen to this. Users can say something like, "Plan me a weekend in Chicago focused on architecture," and they'll get a sample itinerary that includes flights, hotels, best buildings to see, all sorted by days and times. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. Time now, 6:26 and 46 degrees for now.
Got a hazard lights on a vehicle at 35 and Alamo. At least it's kind of out of the main lanes of traffic. At least it appears to be. We're going to talk to RJ coming up on the other side of the break. Outside with live cam, waiting for the sun to come up. If you step outside briefly, you will notice it's still kind of humid out there after the rain, but we're chilly. 46 degrees out at San Antonio International Airport.
Yeah, humid, but I think you're going to notice the cool
Yeah.
more than that. That's for sure. Hey, good morning. It is 6:30. It is Thursday, March 28th.
As always, thanks for starting your morning with us here on GMSA. Mike Osterhage joins us now, looking ahead to our Thursday, and tomorrow is already Good Friday.
Yes, it is. Today is going to be absolutely spectacular. Tomorrow's going to be really darn nice as well. We're going to be talking about more humidity as time rolls on, and that's going to lead to more fog tomorrow. Obviously, we've got a good-looking picture out there. Sunrise is going to be spectacular this morning. And yes, as far as the actual dew point itself, that's very, very low. I mean, we always like things well below 60, and that's where we are. But temperature and the dew point are running neck and neck, so we have very high relative humidity, and that's why with the clear skies, light wind in some places, we are seeing a couple of patches of fog. We had seen some in Seguin, Gonzales. It's doing pretty good right now. Just kind of be on the lookout. There's that hint there in Castro, maybe in a low-lying area. You may have a little patch of it as well. All around, I mean, yes, we do have cool temperatures. 38 in Comfort, 41 right now, Bernie, 40 at Bulverde. But again, these numbers, the dew points are running neck and neck. So yes, it does feel sort of a dampish cool out there this morning as opposed to really dry air relative to the temperature. Anyway, Oak is on the high side. It did come down substantially from the previous day's reading, and low amounts of everything else. So we're going to have a lot of sunshine, and yes, low enough dew point temperatures right now, and the air is dry enough that it's going to heat up very quickly, which means we're going to be gaining 30 plus degrees throughout the course of the day. Morning fog tomorrow as the humidity starts to work its way back on in here, and a couple of more clouds, especially on Saturday. Warm humidity will continue to increase, and then as we go into Easter Sunday, yeah, it's going to be very warm and humid with a lot of clouds hanging around here on Sunday, going into Monday as well, and we'll have a chance for some rain on Monday. Then a front's going to move on through here. We got some great weather for the middle part of next week. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. So we've had a couple of problems here and there this morning. What's the latest?
Yeah, Mike, things looking pretty good if you're about to head out right now, with the exception of all that construction on the northeast side, and we'll touch on that once again here in just a bit. I-35 northbound at Alamo. Before we went to break, we saw this vehicle here that's off to the center median, so traffic is still getting through here. This is basically right where 35 and 10 kind of merge as you head right into the downtown area if you're coming in from the south part of downtown. So again, not causing any major delays. So that's good news there for our drivers in the downtown area. We're going to take a quick look at our citywide map because we still have that stalled vehicle on I-10 eastbound at Santa Clara. So for all of our drivers headed out to the Seguin area, Mike mentioned not only dealing with some fog out there, but also seeing this stalled vehicle here that's causing at least a couple miles back up there in the I-10 eastbound at Santa Clara. So let's go ahead and zoom in again real quick on our construction issues that we're seeing on the northeast side. right. Again, the rest of the city, everything's looking good in terms of accidents or delays. And we are, at least if you are coming in the Topper Wine area, we are starting to see traffic line up just a little bit here, 20 miles per hour. But the biggest concern right now, if you're coming in from Selma onto the Forum, we're looking at 8 miles per hour here and 11 miles per hour once you get to right there, the heart of 1604 and I-35. So again, ongoing construction taking place there because of the Northeast expansion. Let's show you one shot here. 35 southbound at Olympia. You see some pretty big delays there in that area. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. A Bexar County grand jury indicted a man and his parents in the case of the deaths of an 18-year-old woman, her 22-year-old boyfriend, and their unborn child. Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra were found dead inside a car the day after Christmas. And the person accused of murdering them will be back in court tomorrow. Christopher Preciado is accused of killing the couple following a drug deal. He is facing charges of capital murder and abuse of a corpse. Meanwhile, his parents, Ramon Preciado and Mierta Romanos, are accused of helping their son move the bodies to a Leon Valley apartment complex. Records show that Ramon admitted to driving to that apartment complex to meet his son. Records also show the gun used in the killings belonged to Christopher Preciado's mother. All three will be arraigned tomorrow.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. It's a line right out of Star Trek, but that's also the idea behind a new city proposal aimed at flood control. It could demolish over 100 homes with the goal of saving thousands more in one of those 100-year floods. The city of San Antonio spoke to a packed crowd last night at Brentwood Middle School, proposing the 52-acre drainage project near Concepcion Creek along Highway 90 and west of I-35. Public Works says roughly 4,000 homes in that area sit in the floodplain. The city's assistant director of Public Works says the city's proposing 3 options, each with a different cost and impact for certain communities. But all 3 scenarios call for the demolition of over 100 homes.
The rain event that we're trying to prevent is the 100-year storm event, and this area has never seen a 100-year rain event, and that is what we're trying to focus on. So I know it's a tough sell to tell people that something really bad could happen when something small has never really happened before.
Now, these options are just proposals. Public Works wants to start the conversation now and make sure people are aware they live in a floodplain. The city plans to meet with residents again April 9th, but they're still working on a location for that.
And right now on KSAT.com, a new episode of KSAT explains about what happens when you call 911. So we are taking you inside a local emergency communications center. So think of it like a command center for emergencies happening all across our area, and a fee on your phone bill pays for this. We talked with both dispatchers and call takers who share what it's like to answer these calls day in and day out.
While she was on the phone, you heard the gun go off. You heard her scream.
Now, call takers tell us that some of the emergencies they deal with, they never forget. The full story is on the KSAT Explains page right now on our website, KSAT.com.
The San Antonio Public Library is scaling back renovation plans at a West Side location, and budget concerns are the big reason why.
As neighbors tell Avery Everett, this project has already taken 7 years, and they are disappointed.
The community needs to be listened to. They're the people who are going to be using it.
We heard frustration among neighbors on the west side. Now that the promised renovations at the Las Palmas Library are changing.
At least we thought we were getting a few modern things, but we've lost that.
The San Antonio Public Library Board of Trustees voted to scale back upgrades at the Las Palmas location because of budget concerns. The library, located on Castroville Road, closed for construction about a year ago. But upgrades have been talked about for years.
We've been working with this project since 2017.
These renovations are backed by 2 bond projects. The board says about 90% of the 2017 bond project is complete, but the 2022 bond project will change due to rising material costs.
When we came down to looking at the scope and some design enhancements, we realized that it was not possible with the funding available.
The board's vote to change design plans includes removing a bathroom and removing windows and solar shade systems to protect from heat and glare. It will also change materials for the planned plaza and remove meeting room support and storage space.
They are design changes.
This meeting was the first time the public was able to see blueprints for the new plan. And even now, some neighbors say they're still confused.
I think that the changes are still vague, but worse, the architect didn't have answers for a lot of the questions that people have.
But now that the vote has been decided, they're trying to stay optimistic.
Even though the design changes have been approved, there's still opportunity for us to ask the questions.
A community concerned, but one just waiting to use their library again. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Well, before we go to break, imagine graduating college with no debt. It's now possible for some of Our Lady of the Lake University students after the Lopez Foundation donated $2.2 million to the school. That is the largest gift in that school's history. President Abel Chavez says 40% of OLLU's student body are first-generation students, and every cent of this gift will go directly to those students.
Wow, imagine getting that news.
Yeah, that is awesome. Congrats to those students.
6:39, 46 degrees on your Thursday.
And just ahead, it is almost time to play ball. We had the preview of opening day for Major League Baseball, including who the Rangers and the Astros will play tonight. Well, the San Antonio Spurs were in Salt Lake City last night taking on the Utah Jazz.
The Jazz are on the verge of missing the playoffs, and the Spurs pushed them to the brink with a great start. There's Wemby with the jam. San Antonio holds Utah to 8 points for about a 4-minute stretch. Meanwhile, Jeremy Sohan picking up where he left on Monday, hitting the corner three, 31-17. Now it's time for the Wemby special. Rejection one in. Fresh off the transition, Chetty Osman drains the three ball from the wing. San Antonio wins 118-111 for 2 wins in a row. Devin Vassell had 31 points. Jeremy Sohan had 5 steals, and Wemby, who we didn't think was actually going to play, wound up playing and had 4 blocks. A great effort all around in Salt Lake City for the Silver and Black. They'll be home tomorrow night for a late season matchup with the New York Knicks.
And Major League Baseball's opening day is here. The Texas Rangers will open their World Series title defense with the top 2 American League Rookie of the Year candidates in their starting lineup.
Yeah, Evan Carter and Wyatt Langford will join 6 All-Stars in the lineup when the Rangers raise their championship banner tonight against the Chicago Cubs. Carter made his big league debut last season. He had a .306 batting average in 23 regular season games while reaching base in all 17 postseason games. Langford was the Rangers' first-round pick last summer and made an impressive ascension through the minors, then had a .365 batting average with 6 homers and 20 RBIs this spring. So here's the schedule for your AL West rivals. Yankees Stros square off at 3:10 this afternoon in Houston, and the Cubs Rangers set for a 6:35 first pitch up in Arlington. Have a great season, guys.
Yeah, both big games. Time now 6:44 and still a big holdup at I-35 Olympia. Let's check back with RJ.
All right, guys. Yeah, just following the latest here construction here, but also the ALCS, remember, Rangers, Astros, that was a lot of fun last year, so hopefully they repeat that. 35 southbound at Olympia, traffic still moving at a crawl here in this area, about 8 miles per hour if you're going to come through the southbound lanes of 35. They're continuing on with all that construction taking place. Let's take a look real quick here at the Topper Wine. Cameron, you see that we still have crews out there. Again, 3 main lanes blocked all the way up from the Forum Parkway all the way to Topper Wine and Judson Road. As we take a quick look at our maps, you do see that traffic has now been delayed or built up all the way to Selma, past Selma, in fact, going up to the Cibolo area right now. So a big mess out there in the northeast side. Just again, give yourself more time if you are headed out in that area. I-10 eastbound at Santa Clara Road, we still have that stall out there, and that's now causing a pretty good delay. Speaking of going out to Houston area, if you're headed out on I-10 East Seguin area right now, we're looking at about a 20-minute delay right now, stop and go traffic out there on I-10 East at Santa Clara for all of our folks headed out to Seguin. One quick check of TransGuide cameras here, 37 Salado Creek. Traffic moving pretty good, at least in that area right there. So that's good news for those drivers.
We are getting closer to the total solar eclipse, and as you know, South Texas has a front row seat. That's why KSAT has you covered for everything you need to know about the big day, including how you should prepare before and after the eclipse.
And right now on our website, KSAT.com, you can head to the Eclipse Authority tab for a list of events leading up to April 8th. You can also check out an interactive map that shows the complete path of the eclipse. And I know you guys are super excited about it.
And next Wednesday, we are going to have at 7 o'clock, I believe, just an online kind of chat with the five of us, with Mia and Sarah and Justin and Adam, and answering your questions. And it's going to be, about 7 o'clock next Wednesday. So.
And you guys should have a preliminary idea how the forecast is starting to look.
Once we get into, I mean, there's some long range things, but you really can't take that into account. But once we get into, the first of next week and middle of next week, then we're going to be able to nail it down a little bit closer. So, and we got you covered. You can just, if you're not in the area of totality, we'll have enough cameras all around the area to show you all the good views. All right, Easter weekend is basically upon us. Humidity is going to start to come back in here somewhat tomorrow, but definitely returning on Saturday. And it's going to be, just basically pretty darn humid on Sunday. And we're going to keep a lot of clouds around here as well. So a little bit on the muggy side. Love this picture. Blooms, bluebonnets, bumblebees in the town of Independence. What a great shot. It's almost like they had that bumblebee pose on that flower right there. Thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. Another glorious picture. Look at that sunrise in store. Obviously, we don't have any reduced visibility here in town. Yesterday, we only hit 73 degrees like the day before. 79 Carrizo Springs, more 70s on the map than 80s. Now, normal high here in town is 77. We are going to be basically at that today, up to 78, and then some mid and upper 80s, of course, off to the west and southwest there along the Rio Grande, and upper 70s, even a couple of 80s all around the metropolitan area, and low enough humidity. Great looking day. So we're going to be gaining basically 30 degrees between the low and the high today. Humidity, very nice today. Tomorrow, still okay. You still stay below 60. That's okay. But, you feel a little bit more in the afternoon. Then it comes back in here, like I said, on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. A couple of very humid days, and we do have a chance for some rain on Monday. But then look at that. All of a sudden, dew points are going to be dropping like a rock as we go Monday into Tuesday with a front that's going to move on through here. And then that will allow us and have a little bit cooler air that's going to be coming on in here by the middle of next week. We've had this nice northwesterly flow aloft in the atmosphere that has kept things, the cool mornings, the nice afternoons. Had the little disturbance move through last night, and that's what gave us some of that rain. Now what's going to be happening is we'll start to transition. That low out there to the west is going to start to have the sort of indirect influence on our weather, getting us more into a southwesterly flow. Some more moisture upstairs in the atmosphere. Of course, the humidity comes in here at the surface, and that will help to keep more clouds around, especially Saturday into Sunday. Then on Monday, that's going to throw helped to throw that surface front through here, and that was going to touch up a couple of showers. Now that low is still going to hang down to the west of us and just sort of kind of wait out there, and we will get some cooler, drier air moving on in. Then it looks like that's going to start to work its way in here by late next week to give us a shot at some rain by the latter part of next week. So 78 today, 80 tomorrow. Still a nice looking day tomorrow as well, although better chance for some fog tomorrow morning as the humidity begins to come back in here. Warm and humid over the weekend. Pretty humid on Easter Sunday, as well as Monday, a chance for some rain as that front moves on through here later on, late Monday in the evening hours, and then gorgeous middle part of next week.
Looks nice.
Had we taken this weather and moved it to Easter weekend, would have been
well, yes, that would have been a little better, but at least, the nicer temperatures will come around next week.
Always seems like on Easter, it's going to be a little on the humid side. So
we'll just get ready.
I remember some hot Easters around here.
Well, this is true.
And then I always think back to 2007.
Is that the cold one?
35, 35 degrees.
We don't want the extremes either.
No, we're good. 10 till right now, 46 degrees.
Let's look out there with live cam. Yeah, we can handle this kind of cold. The 46 is not bad. Looking there at the beautiful sunrise, and we are looking forward to a nice day today. We'll be right back.
Good morning, America. Coming up this morning, we're following the latest on the catastrophic bridge collapse. Breaking overnight, new audio from the ship detailing the moments just before it hit the bridge. One of the survivors talks about the voice that saved his life and what comes next in the operation to get the critical port up and running again. Geo is live on the scene for us this morning. Also ahead, it's Shark Tank star Barbara Corcoran. She's here live with a housing market reality check and the internet's favorite grandma, ours too. Babs Costello is here with some great hacks for your family's Easter celebration. It's all coming up right here on GMA.
And looking ahead, the Easter tradition of camping out in the parks kicks off tonight. The park curfew will be lifted at 11 p.m., allowing families to secure spots for Easter Sunday. This applies to 11 parks across the city. The only exception is the Breckenridge Park at First Tee. So people can stake out their spots in that particular park at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The curfew will resume on Sunday night.
Parks and Rec says if you are planning on camping, remember to clean up after yourself. Leave no trace. The city asking visitors to bring trash bags for garbage. Recycling bins are available in the parks, and keep in mind no glass containers are allowed at all. You can find everything you need to know about Easter camping, which is a big tradition here in the Alamo City, on KSAT.com.
Time now 6:55. Still looking at the shot of a stalled vehicle right there at I-35.
Yeah, guys, good news is that if you're about to head out right now, there are no major crashes across the San Antonio area. Have this stalled vehicle here, 35 at northbound there at Alamo, right there where 35 and 10 meet right before you get into the downtown area. But of course, the biggest thing we've been following throughout the morning, and you know what? I just feel for all y'all on the northeast side as we take a look there, 35 southbound Olympia. At least this is a nice shot of the horizon there. But a lot of traffic construction going on there. Hopefully they get that cleared out next 10, 15 minutes or so for our drivers out there.
And if you are heading eastbound, you are going to need some sunglasses this morning. Spectacular sunrise. I mean, just gorgeous out there. It is definitely chilly. We're at 46 right now, 38 there in Comfort, 39 burning 40 in Bulverde, and going to be a warming up very quickly and a whole bunch today. Gain 30 degrees approximately throughout the course of the day. 78. A little bit more in the way of humidity tomorrow. Some morning fog and breezy tomorrow as well. 80. More humid over the weekend, especially on Easter Sunday as well as Monday. But then a front's going to move through here and clear us out then for the middle of next week.
Not too bad. We'll get through Easter Sunday humidity. Thanks for joining us today.
Have a good Thursday. GMA is next.